Hey everybody, what is up? My name is Martin, and welcome to 2K Central. I hope you guys are doing well. I sure am. I gotta stop saying that. So I've done 3 character videos thus far on the channel that revolved around VOODOO Scaletta, Thomas Burke, and Sal Marcano. So here is the most requested video that we've received. Except for maybe Joe, here are 6 things we know about Cassandra. Okay, so we'll begin with the most obvious and then move on to the more in-depth information, like some of her backstory and what she offers to Lincoln in the game. Number 1. She is the leader of the Haitians. So Cassandra is one of the 3 lieutenants available to the main protagonist, Lincoln Clay in Mafia 3. She is the leader of the Haitian gang, meaning she is the first female leader of a major gang in the series. The Haitians specialise in drug smuggling and gun running. They have a few warehouses in the bayou in which they store different drugs and sell around the city as their source of income when this game begins. In game, Lincoln will be able to help Cassandra and the Haitians expand their drug business by doing weed runs, etc. And just like VOODOO and Burke, Cassandra will have many optional agenda missions, which are pretty much loyalty missions, meaning you do specific missions for your lieutenants on the side, away from the main story, which allows you to gain their trust and learn more about them and their previous history in the city. Number 2, charismatic and well connected. Okay, so Cassandra has become an established criminal in VOODOO through her intelligence, charisma, and her ability to lead her fellow Haitians from the sidelines, which sets her apart from her fellow underbosses VOODOO Scaletta and Thomas Burke, who very much started from the bottom as foot soldiers and slowly worked their way up into a position of power. So Cassandra very much offers something different. During her rise, Cassandra has been able to form some powerful connections in the city. These connections are known as associates in the game, which Lincoln Clay can use to aid his quest for vengeance. The first one is named Morin, a switchboard operator who is capable of cutting enemy communications for a short time period, allowing Lincoln to attack a gang racket without the risk of an enemy calling for backup. And the second one is a weapons delivery van, in which Lincoln can call at any time to resupply or buy a specific weapon. These 2 associates will become much more effective the more districts and gang rackets you choose to give to Cassandra. She also offers many other perks such as a slow health regeneration, the wiretap ability, which highlights all enemies in a specific area, giving Lincoln a tactical advantage. Number 3, at war with the Black Mob. So as this game begins, there's a major conflict between Cassandra and Sammy Robinson, the leader of the Black Mob, which includes main protagonist Lincoln Clay at the time. The 2 groups are fighting over the ownership of a specific racket that revolves around numbers. It's pretty much a lottery for the general public, but it's fixed because under Cassandra or Sammy, they can dictate who wins or who loses. So both groups view this racket as a great source of income. And Sammy Robinson himself owes money to the Marcano family at the time, so he's very desperate for this racket. This dispute causes an open war between the 2 groups until Sal Marcano intervenes. Number 4, the Marcano family's weapon supplier. So before Cassandra's alliance with Lincoln Clay, she actually helped supply the Marcano family with weapons to hold the streets, and she's one person that the Marcanos can turn to if they're in the need of a specific weapon. And as we all know by now, the Italian Mafia ambushed the Black Mob during a moment of peace, which is known as the Night of Blood. It's extremely likely that the weapons used by Sal and his men came from Cassandra. This becomes a massive obstacle at the beginning of Lincoln and Cassandra's relationship, as Lincoln views Cassandra's actions as a contribution towards the death of his second family, the Black Mob. This is backed up by the recent gameplay from E3. Lincoln states,
"The street tells me that giving you more guns might be unhealthy for me."
While Cassandra defends herself by saying it'll be different, it's not like that anymore.
It's not like that. Not anymore. I'll see to it they get in the hands of the right people.
Number 5, Cassandra is into voodoo. So this piece of information is oddly specific, but Cassandra practices in voodoo and believes in the voodoo religion to some extent. There were some strong hints that this was the case based on her necklace in the first trailer, so it's confirmed she is a believer in voodoo. And because the Italian Mafia and Sal Marcano in particular are known for being extremely superstitious, Cassandra and Lincoln plan to use voodoo to their advantage as a type of scare tactic. One example of how they use voodoo to their advantage comes in the form of the Screaming Zemi, which is pretty much a voodoo doll that's been modified to make noise and attract enemies to its location. But based on how much you side with Cassandra in game, this will be modified with an explosive, so it becomes much more effective. So do expect Cassandra to use other forms of voodoo to scare the shit out of Sal Marcano. It also highlights her intelligence and how capable she is of using people's weaknesses against them. Number 6, a grudge against Sal Marcano. So after the Night of Blood, in which the Black Mob are wiped out by Sal Marcano, racial tensions in the city increase Even though Cassandra was at war with the Black Mob, she didn't necessarily want to see them completely wiped out. Throughout the city and among the Haitians, it's viewed not only as a tactical move by Sal Marcano, but an act of racism. But overall it allows Cassandra to see Sal's true colours and makes her aware of what he's truly capable of when he no longer needs you. As she quickly realises that Sal Marcano is a major reason for the racial tension in the city, and racial acts in New Bordeaux would only grow worse the longer he's in power. So when Lincoln approaches her about taking down the Marcano family, despite her history with Sammy, she agrees to help Lincoln in his quest for vengeance. In return, she wants some control of the city. So in a way, each lieutenant have very different agendas. Yes, they all kind of want to be in a position of power, but their reasons are very different. But yeah guys, that is the end of the video. I wish I could have found more on Cassandra, but honestly, Hangar 13 have been extremely tight-lipped in regards to her as a character and her whole backstory, which honestly I'm kind of happy about, because I thought I gave too much information about Sal Marcano's backstory and spoiled a little bit. I'll be doing perhaps 1 or 2 more character videos. The next one will be about Lincoln Clay. I've done all the lieutenants and even Sal Marcano, so it would feel rather weird if I didn't do one on the main protagonist for the game. So a little warning for that video, the majority of the information will be common knowledge to you guys, because you guys know so much about the game as well. It'll be kind of aimed at a wider audience and tailored towards people who know very little about the game. But it should be a good way to set up the game for you guys and hopefully get you more excited. But yeah, let us know what you think about Cassandra. Do you think she has the potential to be an interesting character, or are you still struggling to overcome your love for VOODOO and you're just going to end up killing her? But yeah, let us know. We always love hearing your opinion. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching. Mafia 3 will be released October 7th on Xbox One, PS4 and PC. Stay tuned for more Mafia related content here on 2K Central. Alright guys, take it easy. Bye bye.
Yes, everything's absolutely splendid.
Walking down the street.